Hey guys, what's up? It's Christine Seal, the High Level Queen, and today I have a very special guest joining me on the channel, and he is going to show you guys a sneak peek of the brand new blogging feature in High Level. So let's give a round of applause, likes and hearts for Shaun Clark. Hey Shaun.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We are so stoked to see this new blogging feature I keep hearing about.
That's right.
And
This is pretty exciting, I gotta say, and I'm even more excited that it's actually something people can use already, sitting on beta, ready to rock.
sweet. Okay, so if you guys are ready to see this, give us some likes and hearts and give Shaun some love. He deserves it. They've been working overtime on all these new features for you guys.
All right, let's take a look here. Let me know if you can see my screen all right.
I can see it.
Perfect. So if you go to beta.gohighlevel.com today, you can start using this right away. And you just roll over to the sites section under any of your sub accounts and you'll see it. Now, right now it's going to go live, I've been told, by September 1st. Just trying to get good feedback like we always do, making sure that we did a great job for everybody. But it doesn't matter. The good news here with beta is it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. All the data is live. So if you create a blog on beta, you can put it live. It won't get erased or any of that kind of thing when it goes live. So basically, you're not wasting your time. You just got to go to a different website to start it. So under sites, you hit up blogging here, and you'll if you haven't set one up, you'll see a little bit of a different screen. But basically, you'll see this, and then when you're ready to go, you just hit new post, and then you start posting. If we jump into one of my existing ones here. Although I think it's ironic to call it existing, but you can kind of see how it works. It's pretty simple, actually. Again, this is one of those remarkably awesome features where I feel like we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to make it super easy. So if you look, you can see here, there's a lot of potential as far as formatting goes. So that's fairly simple to do. It's very similar to what you would expect in any other blogging platform. And then the other big thing, of course, is okay, cool. I've got it. I've got my blog or whatever. How the heck do I get that onto my website or my funnel? It's pretty easy. You just jump into the funnel builder like you normally would. And then there's a new element actually in the builder. Sorry, this is beta, so it takes a little time to load this up. But there's a new element in the builder that you can just throw down. Let's see if I can go here and make it a little faster. Yep. So then anytime you're in any of these pages, you literally just go ahead and hit edit in. We'll edit this in a new tab. Oh, yeah, of course, finally it loads up. And then when you're in here, just like you would for any other funnel or any other website, over on the right-hand side, you'll get the elements list. And then you can literally just drag over. So let me just roll up here. You can just say, oh, okay, I'm going to add in the blog post list. And of course, I'm going to probably add it there because why not? It's super ugly. And you'll see that it very quickly, in fact, maybe I'll go down here someplace where it's less ugly. I have no idea what I'm doing clearly. There we go. That'll be a little easier to see anyway. So then you can see what you're going to get, right? You're going to get that sort of preview. Now over on the left-hand side, you can see there's a standard, there's a compact. You can do pagination sizes, that kind of thing. So lots of optionality there. And then of course, when you're ready to rock, you just hit, save or preview, and then you're good to go and you get, and your blog's live and deployed. There's a lot of other options in blogging that are there. So if you go in, you can take a look and you can see what exactly, how exactly they look, what they look like, and all that wonderful stuff. But in essence, that's it. It's there. Yeah, see, there you go. Nicely thrown on top of the homepage, just like you would never do it. But you can see it's very easy. It's very simple, and bam, you're up and running. You've got your blogging. So that's sort of blogging in a nutshell. You can also schedule blog posts to go out. So if you want to, write a bunch of posts, it's pretty easy to do. You can come in and obviously edit all the SEO content around it. When you go, let me look at you can unpublish posts and things like that. And then when you're ready, there's version history, which is kind of cool. So you go in and see what did it look like originally, what got changed. You can revert. You can see up here, can revert to the previous version. So if somebody breaks something, I think those are really awesome kind of updates. Obviously, you can preview it. It's already been posted, so you can of course delete it. And then again, when you, excuse me, when you go in and you create a new one, you can choose when you want it to go live. We also have really cool support for what we call authors. So like you could say like, oh, this is Bob Smith. And then you can say, oh, okay, you know, Bob's an avid hiker and loves nature. And then when you go in, you can actually now add in, I should have like one of those people images, right? But you can literally, see if I've got my own crazy headshot. Oh, look at that idea. Let's see if I can I drag and drop this bad boy? No, I can't. Just kidding. Oh, I forgot. You have to do it up here. So, you know, let's say it's this guy, and then you can put in all kinds of links to things. So like, I don't even know how this works. I've never done it before, but it sounds like it should be this easy. So then you literally just put all these social icons, and now you've created an author. And now when you're, the cool part about this is when you're in here and you're actually messing with your post, you can do things like set the author of the post. And then when you do that, at the very bottom, what you'll get is you'll actually get the author's little picture and all their social links already added in. And so that just makes it kind of nice to be able to basically create this author section. And then let's see here. Oh, and then the other cool thing is categories. So the ability to actually go in and create a list of categories to put all of the different blog articles around. So again, you know, from SEO perspective, but also just an organization perspective, you sort of have that cool capacity to group things. So a lot of great features kind of in this version 1 MVP, which is what we always do. And then based on feedback, and this is another cool thing, you can see there's a send feedback button here. So you can literally send feedback right to the product management team from inside blogging. We'll take all the feedback that we get. We'll start to figure out what we missed. We'll put that on the list. And then of course, as usual, the ideas list will also help with that. But then, you know, we'll continue to evolve it forward and just add anything that we missed. Like one easy thing, I know we already kind of knew about this and we held off for version 1, but making sure that we have the built-in ability in the email builder to send RSS feeds for your email list, right? So if you're hooking that up to an RSS feed, essentially the idea there was, hey, you know, if I have a WordPress blog, it's an easy way for me to subscribe to all the new blog posts that go in. Well, now we'll have that same functionality internally. So every time you create a blog post, it drops onto the list, and then the email builder will pick it up and automatically send it out. We won't use an RSS feed, obviously, because we don't need to. It's sort of internal to the system, but we'll make it easy anyways, so that every time you're posting a new blog post, it'll fall into your existing schedule for your email marketing to your clients. So that'll be forthcoming in probably the next couple of weeks.
Wow. Okay. Very, very cool. Are you guys excited? Give Shaun some likes and hearts, not me, Shaun, okay? And his amazing team. Shaun, so we have some questions. Is it cool
absolutely.
if we do a quick Q&A? Okay. So
oh, hey, Jeff Miller.
Hi, Jeff.
I want to get back in your group, man.
Jeff is really excited about the blogging. I know he's been asking about it. And you said at the beginning of this that he can actually use it right now. Is that correct?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So how does he do that? Would you show us?
Yeah, it's super tough. No, I'm just kidding. You type beta.gohighlevel.com, and then if you're not logged in, I am logged in, it will ask you to log in, and then you log in, and that's it. You're done. Ta-da!
Ta-da, jazz hands.
I know. Yeah, so that's exciting, right? So yeah, anyways, not tough, not a big deal. But yeah, we just do this again, mostly because we just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. And a good example of this was we just literally today released recurring invoicing and recurring payments on those invoices to live. And really that was just, we released recurring invoices and then on beta, and people said, wait a second, recurring invoices are cool, but how do I get like paid on those automatically? And we're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. So we went back and just sort of added that. Blogging doesn't have any of that feedback as of yet. So I think we're pretty clear to truck it all the way live. But that's, you know, we just want to get feedback and make sure people are, we didn't miss anything on our side before we let it go. But the nice news is, again, you can use it right now and no limitations on that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Jeff says, give me the copy paste Neil
Yeah, what is that?
template, and I'm in. I don't know. I think he means like, because Neil is like really good at SEO and like he's #1 on everything that you search for digital marketing, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. One thing I will say though is, so I'll have a design out on this to share with everybody soon. But a big part of what we're going to be working on for sites, funnels, but also social media posts, blog posts, all this stuff, and really being able to group it together and then deploy it into an account. And it's funny because I think blog posts are always seen as like an SEO play, and I think they sort of are for sure. But I could imagine a world where if you had a particular type of customer, right, having a blog that goes up that has sort of, call it 10 articles that are pre-written that are not there for SEO purposes, but just there because they have quality content that people will come and see and read and realize, just sort of like almost like like yet another way to create social proof, or yet another way to create kind of an indicator of professionalism. I think it's going to be a great way for you to deploy at scale those types of assets. And we'll also include the blog posts in those, because I do think, again, duplicative content. So yeah, throughout the SEO piece, but hey, I go to the customer's website and man, they've got these 10 really, informative articles. I think makes them look great. And it feels like, wow, they're really, doing something interesting in their niche.
Right. Yeah, he did clarify he's talking about the website template look and feel. So
Oh,
cool.
Yeah. Feel. I still don't get it, but I'm kind of
done. Like the template of like what it looks like, so he can just drag and drop his stuff.
Well, the ironic part is that's what you're doing, right? You're dragging it into the funnel builder or into the website builder, so you should be able to make it look however you want it to look. It's just a component inside.
Okay.
So I think that's doable today. But Jeff, feel free to connect with Christine after this and tell her what you want. But I'm almost certain if we can't give it to you now, we can give it to you soon.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Tracy asks, are there templates? You kind of talked about that already.
Yeah. So again, there are, the look and feel of the blog post itself is designed to be fairly minimalist, because again, we actually do put a, here, let's just walk this all the way down. So if I go new post and I say test post, hello world. So let's just walk this whole thing down. I realized I didn't really do a good job on that. So super fancy car thing, boom, create post. So now by default, you get dropped in with this kind of, I guess you could call this sort of a template, just to kind of show off what stuff could look like. So, I think that's, from a template perspective, I suppose that's what we have today. I guess we could technically put in different formatting, but the idea was just to kind of show off what the text editor could do. This text editor, by the way, is brand new. We're rolling out across all the other parts of the app. It's got some great functionality. And then there was another question like, how do you schedule? So when you hit publish here, notice you can actually say, so first of all, there's some categorization stuff. You can set the author, you set the category, all of that. And then you can either publish now, or you can keep as draft. And then there'll be a third option here that is forthcoming, I think, either before we go live or right after, that'll say schedule. And then you'll be able to choose the date, and then you'll actually be able to just go ahead and publish it. It'll auto-publish at that point. And then obviously you can see also over here how you can choose the URL structure as well, because we want people to be able to kind of see how they're, what the URLs are, and be able to set the URLs as well. And then the other thing I was going to see here is, let's just jump into this post real quick. Okay, yeah, see, so down here, remember that author support I was telling you about? So see Bob Smith, Bob's an avid hiker and loves nature, and all the social posts and all that. See, that's nicely standardized there at the bottom. So that's kind of what the author support looks like, just for anybody who is interested.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Tony wants to know, my ADA compliance software needs a JavaScript code in the footer. Where can we add that in HighLevel?
That's just standard funnel 101, right? So that's, add it to the add it to the header section on the funnel, or you could add it, you can add it across the funnel, or you can add it as a You could add it to the specific page in the funnel. Obviously, it's ADA compliance. I assume you'd want to add it sort of over here in settings. And then as you can see, there's head tracking code and body tracking code. I bet you money Christine has a video on that, actually, if I had to guess. So pretty simple, though. Just saying. Just saying.
Okay. He also asked, can you add alt text in the funnel builder?
Yes, I think so. You know more about funnel building than I do, Christine, but I'm almost certain that there's an alt text thingy-mabobber in here someplace that you can set alt text on the element. See, there you go.
I get that question a lot. I think that the reason people ask it so much is for SEO purposes, because they want to know, like, is the blogging feature going to be SEO compliant type of thing?
Yes. Now that is a really important question, actually, I think. And I think that's a legit one. So we work this through all kinds of different channels, including going directly to Google themselves. So the way the way the blog is built is it's 100% SEO compatible. So, I mean, we weren't going to do a blog that isn't SEO compatible. Now, SEO is not my favorite topic because I find that most people think they know what they're talking about, but they often don't. But the good news is that the blog is fully visible to all search engines, but the most important one being Google. And so therefore fully compliant and fully able to count towards your SEO and get out on the search engines and all of that stuff. And again, we wouldn't have done that otherwise. And then on our side, we're actually working right now to move our blog over, because if you go to blog.GoHighLevel.com, we initially hosted it in WordPress because, of course, we have WordPress hosting and we wanted to kind of show we like to eat our own dog food, as it were. But we'll be moving this fully over to our blogging platform in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I wouldn't do that if the SEO was bad. I promise.
Yep.
And then can it be added to a website? Yes. Just like a funnel, same concept, literally drag and drop component in the funnel builder right now. Same concept right here as I'm showing. Add element, blog post list, drag, drop, done, good to go.
That's awesome.
Simple.
Okay,
so
now
same way.
I have a question for you about revenue generating opportunities, Shaun. So let's say I have an agency.
Which there are many.
Yeah, and I don't have my own SaaS yet, and I don't know what to offer. Can you package up the blogging feature in your SaaS plan and then resell it to other people?
Well, I mean, obviously, but yes.
Yeah, so you can offer.
I mean, and I like the blogging personally because, it's one of those, it's like a stupid, simple thing, right? It's like if you talk to any business, you're like, hey, is it a good idea to blog? Like everyone's gonna be like, yeah, of course it's a great idea. In fact, I love it. If you Google like how to grow your small business online with free marketing or free techniques or easy things or whatever, blogging's always on that stupid list. And so now you just roll in and offer it as part of, something as part of your package. And it's just such a gimme, right? And it's great because as a SaaSpreneur, you're not being asked to perform here. Now, it doesn't mean you can't offer, let's say, like done for you blogging services on top of it, but that underlying feature that you're creating the value behind and creating the revenue opportunity behind, you're not guaranteeing leads or customers or clicks or likes or whatever. You're not doing any of that. It's just saying, hey, here's a platform you can use to blog, and you're going to pay me for that because you're going to have to pay somebody for it. You might as well pay me. And I think that's just like such a no duh. And invariably, your clients aren't going to use it the way you want them to. They're not going to write as many blog articles, or they'll get really excited up front. I remember I used to do this, and I'd like write 5 random articles and then I'd give up, right? Because it's a long tail kind of thing. But this is where you can come in and say, hey, why don't we help you out and add a service to that and create another revenue opportunity on top of that first revenue opportunity.
Cool. So that's going to be in the SaaS configurator then?
I believe it already is on beta.
Let me look.
And if not, it will be.
I just wanted to show everyone how easy it is. If you guys want to offer
agency view, SaaS configurator.
Right.
Do we have blogging in here yet? Whoa. No. View more,
so
view less.
This is the built-in SaaS hosting platform in HighLevel. Okay, so you can literally drag and drop features back and forth, create your own SaaS plans, and then it will automatically onboard all your clients when they pay, it's like too legit to quit. Okay. So
Agreed.
you're going to be able to offer blogging in here, web hosting, funnel hosting, anything you want. Social media posting, that's a big one. And you can pick your price. Okay. So,
Yep. Absolutely.
guys...
And yeah, this is huge. It makes things so simple. And yeah, that will get added to the SaaS configurator probably before we go live. It's not that hard to add it. I think they just, for beta, I just think they didn't bother with it. Excuse me. But at the end of the day, it'll be there, and it'll make it super easy to put that on your SaaS plans.
Yep. And I just put a link, guys, on the screen if you want to do a free 30-day trial. Okay. And you can get this if you're not already on the Agency Pro plan. You can get a free 30-day trial, and you don't have to be an existing user. You can get the free trial if you're a new user, or if you're an existing user. Just follow the instructions on the screen, and that will happen. Okay, so we have more questions.
Fire away. Can't wait.
If we shift a blogging site to our CRM, does it affect the SEO ranking?
I mean, it honestly shouldn't. I mean, you know, one thing you want to be cautious of when you move things from one spot to another, right, is you just want to make sure that the URL structures are remaining the same. Because the big thing for Google, right, is it's going to look at that URL, and it's just going to pull back that content and say, okay, well, what tier and what was there? And if it's the same, then Google's like, oh, cool, check, it's the same. I mean, that's really the big gotcha. And now, let's say you are going to change URL structures. That's totally legit. You just need to create a 301 redirect. So you're doing a permanent redirect so that when Google hits the old URL, it gets the 301 to the new URL, and it tells Google, hey, listen, it was here, but it moved there. But so it'll say, okay, great. It'll go look at the new thing and say, okay, it's the same as the old thing. Check. They'll update the URL structure on their side, and you shouldn't have any SEO impact. But if all you're doing is literally swapping, excuse me, URL one, you know, the same URL, but, you know, with really honestly the same content, you're not going to see an impact at all, and you won't need to do anything special. Cool. Good question.
Cool. Yeah, I get that question all the time too. So that's good to know. Oh, okay. Tony also clarified on the question about the alt text.
Yeah.
Screen readers for ADA compliance also use the alt text. That was why he was asking.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I almost, you know, it's interesting. I remember having this really cool conversation with this ADA compliance company in, I think it was Israel, and they were saying how you can put in, I'm trying to think about this. So obviously you can put in alt text yourself, but then the other thing is their plugin would allow you to like modify the alt text, because sometimes for the screen readers, because I'm trying to remember how this works, but basically it allows you to sort of create a more ADA sculpted experience, which I thought was kind of cool. But I feel like you can put alt text in the funnel builder. I don't know why I don't know the right answer to that, but I think so. And if not, reach out, because I mean, it's definitely something we want to support. So okay. definitely reach out.
Cool. Okay. Is there anything else super secret that you
Well, let's see. Well, there's lots of super secret stuff. So one thing we should talk about is affiliate management, which is forthcoming this quarter. So this is essentially like first promoter, or I don't know, there's a million affiliate management products, but we're going to be putting basically having a native affiliate management product in app. So this is just the CSV upload process. But once you get through that, if you need to get through that, you can come in, you can add your affiliates, you can create campaigns. Let me see if I can find something that's a little more filled out. There you go. And then you can define what your payout situation is, and cookie life, and commission package, and all this wonderful stuff. Let me see if I can get to something looking a little more exciting. You can include products, disconclude products, all that wonderful stuff. You can add affiliates, to it. There we go. That looks like a little more done. And so the idea here is really simple. It allows you to send out a link to someone, and if they purchase the product on the funnel or the website, you can then have it link back. It'll link back through your Stripe account, just like many other affiliate products do. It'll pick up the sale. It'll automatically calculate the commissions, and then at whatever your payout cycle is, it'll create the actual payout file, which then you can export. Let's say like somebody like a PayPal Mass Pay, where you can actually then make the official money movement on your side and pay your affiliates out. So this will be available in all the sub accounts, not just it's not an agency feature, it's also a sub account feature. And the other big use of this, in my opinion, is being able to help your customers actually create more of a referral product, right? So this could be used like, let's say you have a med spa. We always talk about things like database reactivations. I almost think this is like the next level of that, because now you could say, hey, listen, take this email with this link, send it to your friends, and if they buy the $100 spa, getaway package, we'll cut you a check for $20, for every single one that gets sold, something like that. So there's a lot of opportunities, I think, to use this not only as an agency or a coach or a creator, but also as a small business, or helping a small business create more of a referral program around it as well. So that's pretty exciting, and that is going to be forthcoming by the end of this quarter.
The end of the quarter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
By the end of September.
Oh, wow. Okay. Can you do multi-tier with that?
I don't know. Maybe. Not sure. If not now, someday.
In the future.
It's always MVP. So I always tell the product management team, like, just get the most basic version out and then give me a call, right? To me, that's way more important. But I don't know. Well, what I'll say is it's simple. I mean, it's very likely that we will add multi-tier, because that's something I think a lot of people will want. I don't know how many tiers we'll offer, though. I don't want to get too crazy, but hopefully, we can settle at some reasonable number. But again, we'll just see what people ask for. But yeah, I don't know if that'll be in the MVP or not, but it will eventually be in the app for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Tony wants to reach out to you about the ADA compliance.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, just Shaun at GoHighLevel.com. Cool. And then, go ahead.
Robert says, when will we be able to drop WordPress themes into HighLevel?
Well, we'll have WordPress hosting live by the end of the quarter. I don't think there'll ever be a world, though, where you can magically move WordPress themes into HighLevel natively. That's a little, I don't think anyone does that, but yeah, but if you're thinking about doing that on WordPress, then you can just do that through our hosting. Otherwise, you could just probably rebuild it.
Mm-hmm. Anything else super secret you want to share?
Well, I did drop. They kicked this off of YouTube. They actually said it was a violation, but I threw out this video earlier today on the forthcoming company object. So we'll have the ability to natively create companies or organizations within the app. So right now, you have contacts, but in a minute, you'll also be able to create companies and then associate people with companies, and treat them like first order objects. So the ability to, actually, let me see, maybe it's down here. Yeah, see, so like you can have McDonald's and it kind of looks like a contact in some sense, right? And you'll have tasks and notes and things you can do around the company. And then you can obviously assign contacts to the company. So now if you're doing, multi-person selling, or even things like a dentist's office where you have like a family, you can use it in that way. So really just giving first-class company support to the product. So really trying to help people in the B2B space a little bit more.
Okay, so it's going to be more like a relational database than...
Well, no, it's just today, let's say, you're trying to sell to McDonald's and you've got 3 people you're talking to. How do you keep track of all the people that are associated with that account? You kind of sort of can. You can set the company on all of them to be the same, but it's not very formal or official, and it doesn't work like other CRMs work. This will allow it to work like other CRMs work. So I think that will be a huge step forward for us.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be fantastic. And then I think we have a lot up for. So we have Level Up Day, obviously, in person this year, right? I think it's like Level Up. levelup.gohighlevel.com. I think you might be speaking there, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. And so anyhow, there's a massive number of announcements that are going to drop. while we're there that I have been sworn to secrecy on. So there's going to be a lot of additional features coming at that event. Excuse me. And so I think that's also something I would highly recommend people check out and don't miss. But, again, I think on our side, it's really about continuing to just do what we've been doing, which is, we have 80 engineers today. We'll be at 130 by February of next year, unless, of course, we can hire faster, but that's about what we're at now. And we'll just keep pounding away on all of the features that people want. I see some phone system features coming in the future, some IVR features coming in the future. So there's still a lot of ground to cover. And so we've got some pretty big plans, and we'll talk a lot about that on Level Update. And we'll also, probably drop some surprises that people didn't see coming.
I am super excited about Level Update in real life.
Me too.
And guys, I actually have an affiliate link for Level Update as well. So if you are interested in going, there's like a little competition going on. So hit me up.
You definitely want to give credit to Christine if you want to, if you're going to go.
Yeah. So I don't have like a fancy link for that or anything like that, because I think Billy changed it so that you can't customize your links anymore.
Really?
Thanks, Billy. Unless you pay. Anyway.
The old pay thing.
You pay to play type of thing. So just send me a DM on Facebook. I'll give you my link for this, and I'll give you a little bonus as well for using it. But that's October 24 to 27, right?
I think so. That's what it says.
This year in Dallas. And you guys rented out like an entire hotel, didn't you?
Yep. Pretty exciting, actually. Yeah. And the speaker list is pretty phenomenal. In fact, we'll start to talk a little bit about that later this week of all the different surprise speakers that we have coming. I think people will be actually pretty shocked to see who we've got on the list. Besides you, of course, Christine, that people are already excited about. But I think it's just, I think it will go down as probably, if not the premier, one of the premier events of this year to actually be in attendance on. If you want to hear from really big speakers in the marketing world, not just us, because this event, from my perspective, is less about us and more about you, and really about trying to bring really heavy hitters to the table to be there, so that you can maybe meet people you've always wanted to meet, or hear from them, or talk to them, or just really get the latest from from the top folks in the industry.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have some guesses, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, good. Well, don't steal my thunder.
I have guests in my head on who you're talking about, but I think it's gonna be great. And you can obviously meet me there. You can meet Shaun there. They have a VIP.
The VIP event's gonna be fun too. I can't wait for that. So there you go. Pricing and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Make sure you use my link though, and I don't have a thingy for it on the screen, but let me
take this down so they can't see it anymore.
I mean, they can use that link, but then don't message me later.
They're not going to get all the bonuses. Don't do that. Don't be silly. Don't make that mistake.
Okay. Wow. Well, this was incredible, Shaun. I really, really appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and guys, check out the blogging, the beta. Get your free trial using the link below, and like and subscribe. Give us likes and hearts. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.